Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're discussing all my top parenting apps that I feel are so important, especially for new parents. I wish there was, an app for keeping the noise level down that side, but unfortunately not. So if you do hear any screaming, there's just one little girl playing. Yeah, she's incredibly vocal. But as I mentioned that, I'm just gonna be talking about the apps that I've used since day one of my daughter being here. We live in such a tech-savvy world, and there's an app for everything, and parenting is no different. So I will just be going through everything. If you do enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for new videos on Wednesday and Sunday, and let's get started. Okay, so starting off, I'm just going to show you guys my phone over here. You will notice that my little girl has her own little folder, and in it I have 9 apps that I've used from time to time, but the first 6 are the ones that I'm going to be discussing today. So from the get-go, as a new parent, you're so worried about whether your baby's eating enough, whether they're sleeping enough, or they're sleeping too much, and all of that. So one thing you'll do is when you search, they'll say, okay, baby needs to be sleeping for 15 hours, but who's really keeping track of that, especially with a baby who's like up every 3 hours and you're just like wondering whether they're doing well or whatever. So for me, the first thing that really helped was the BabyTracker. So with the BabyTracker, what it does is you can track how much you're nursing, how many diapers, how much they've slept, how much you've pumped. So because right now I know exactly how much milk is in my freezer, because every time I pump I go onto the app and I put it down. You can even put what side you pumped on, so that I know that I should start nursing on the other side. Things like this, small things like this. I remember in the beginning I would always get so confused about which side I started on. So with the app, it just says, okay, you've started nursing. The last time you nursed on the left side, so now I know that next time I have to start nursing on the right side. Simple things like that. Another thing is the 2 times that I've been to the doctor, and they ask how many diapers is your baby going through in a day, and here there's a review button over here. Like, say for instance for today, you can see basically everything that's happened today, and then most importantly at the bottom you can click the little buttons and it shows you, okay, nursing, this is how much she's nursed. So for instance for today, she's nursed 1 hour 47 minutes, and she's nursed 5 times. Today she's had 2 diaper changes, one was dirty, one was wet. She slept for 12 hours and 20 minutes. So it basically tells you everything, and then all the different milestones. I can also record them here, and then if I want to use them somewhere else, then I know where everything is. Her dad just changed the diaper now, so if it was a few minutes ago, you can even go back and say, okay, 3:45 does a wet diaper, and then that's it, and then it's recorded. So very simple, just a few clicks and then you've recorded everything. So that's why I absolutely love this one. It's also a free app, so free is good. Okay, so app number 2 that I absolutely love is called the Wonder Weeks, and this has to do with baby sleeps. So basically what leaps are is little developmental changes that your baby goes through, developmental and mental changes that your baby goes through. And unfortunately during this time, most babies can get a bit cranky. Fortunately, it's such a drastic change on the little ones that they do feel it, and they express that discomfort physically, because it's a different change, and they start seeing things differently and all of that. So those are basically your leaps. So this calculates and lets you know when your leaps are coming up, and kind of prepares you, and also tells you what your baby could be experiencing during this time. So for instance, right now Ravika is 4 days away from her next leap. It'll let you know that Ravika doesn't make the 5th leap in her mental development just yet. It's known as the world of relationships, and it will start about 22.5 weeks after the due date and can last up to 4 weeks. So I know that for the at some point when she starts being cranky and I'm just like, what is happening? Usually I can check the app and I'm like, oh, it's a leap. We're going through a leap. That's what's happening. Because it gets frustrating a little bit when you just don't understand why all of a sudden it's like your baby was this happy baby, and then all of a sudden they're just like crying all the time, or they're cranky, or things are just not the same. Your baby's not the same anymore. So I've enjoyed being able to go, okay, oh, that's what's happening, I know what to expect. And even with my husband, I can tell my husband, like, listen, the next few days or the next week or whatever is going to be a bit difficult because she's not going to be having a good time. So now we both know what's happening, we're both prepared, and we can both we both have enough information to kind of help her through the leap. So it lets you know everything. It lets you know what changes are being made and how she's going to be different after the leap. So absolutely love this one. Unfortunately, it is a paid app. It is one payment and then you have the app for as long as you need it. And I think it was less than 100 rand if I'm not mistaken. So not too expensive, and as I said, love having it. Okay, so the third app is Kinedu, and basically what Kinedu is, it has a bunch of daily activities that you can do with your child, but each one targets their some key aspect of their developmental journey. So on this app, you can note the different milestones that your child reaches, and then it'll then craft the plan for you so that you can then continue with the milestones that you maybe haven't reached. So every day you're doing something that's helping them developmentally. So for today, for instance, the purpose of today's plan is to strengthen baby's muscles, to develop baby's fine motor skills and hand-eye coordination, to stimulate your baby to roll over and change his or her corporal position, and to encourage your baby to roll over and reach for a toy. So I have really enjoyed these games, and it's a nice time for me to bond with my little girl. We just sit on the couch or on the bed or whatever, and then we just go through the games. Not only are we bonding, but we're also playing games that are really going to help her in the long run and help her developmentally. And so yeah, definitely my favorite. And it does have free a free site, but I feel like the paid version is slightly better. It's also about 100 rand per month. So unlike the Wonder Weeks, this one you're paying, it's a subscription, so you pay every month. This one is a very interesting one, and this one has been now since about 3 months. My daughter has needed this, but this is white noise. So white noise is basically, it's like the sound of static essentially, but for most babies it can really help them sleep better. And right now it's been helping my daughter so much because she's having the worst time sometimes when it comes to sleep, because we just went through the 4-month sleep regression, and honestly white noise was our savior. But it just plays white noise, that's it. But what I love about this one is that one thing, it's free. Number two, there is a machine that you can buy, but it's so convenient to just have it on my phone. My husband even has it on his phone, so if he's putting her to sleep, he can just play the music on his phone and then she'll go to sleep. I also have it on the iPad, and I'll just play that through the night for her. So I don't really need to buy a machine because I have a free app, and I can use it on all the devices that I already have. So you just go into it, and it has like a number of sounds. There's white noise, there's a train ride, there's a swimming boat, there's a heartbeat, there's a crowded room, all these different sounds. I mean, there's different, I thought there was just white noise, but there's brown noise, there's pink noise, there's blue noise, violet noise. So usually white noise is just fine, and then I'll just put this on and it will just play for however long she needs it while she's napping, and then it has been a lifesaver. So absolutely love this one. Then the last two apps I wanted to discuss are basically very similar, but I get a little bit of something different from each one. So there's BabyCenter and there's What to Expect. I used these religiously when I was pregnant, and now even after we've given birth, they still kind of give me the same help. So I mentioned them in the top pregnancy products that I listed, but this is BabyCenter and What to Expect. And so basically they both have articles that they discuss what you can expect your child to be going through now, the different changes that your child will go through, the different milestones that you might expect them to reach. And it has lots of articles about baby starting solids, sleep training, basically anything and everything. And BabyCenter also has a community that you can join if you want to ask other moms from around the world, whatever, to just help you figure out what you're going through. But for instance, mine right now is saying how your baby is 5 months old, your baby is learning more about how to express his emotions. So and then tells you about the week. So this one goes week by week. So 5 months old, week 1, it tells you what to expect, when to start solids and all of that. And What to Expect is pretty much similar. It also shows you where you are, when baby's teeth will appear, for instance, are any teething gels safe. So just all articles and resources that I can just go to, and you know, it helps me on a month-to-month basis and also weekly, just so I can have some articles to just read and, you know, keep myself informed and, you know, help me be a better mom, because the more information you have, I feel like the better a parent, you know, you can be. So yeah, these are apps that I've absolutely loved. You know, they've really enriched my parenting journey, and you know, having any information, any assistance, honestly, is so important, because I think new parents have so many questions, and you know, you're worried about everything, and it's overwhelming. So just having, you know, a bit of help has been really crucial. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe over there and watch our last video over here, and yes, please follow me on various social media. And yeah, we will see each other next time.